And if you hadn't quit your job, that's exactly what I would be doing. I'll be fine, sweetheart. Don't take care of your own life.
That's what I'm saying.
Don't you have to pick out your appointments?
Clearly failed this fundamental test. The president needs to be able to control his temper, especially when he's doing well.
Not at all. I wanted to make an appointment anyway.
Has Mars spoken with your staff about the infrastructure vote tomorrow?
If he did, I haven't heard.
I would really like it if you could talk to some of the Fed secretaries. Also, the Office of Legislative Affairs thinks we have the vote, but I think you should be prepared to break the tie when it comes to that. Eleanor, what's going on?
I have decided to put my name in for the Democratic nomination.
Wow. I thought when we spoke about you taking this position, you said that you didn't want to be president.
I didn't know you wanted to run. You didn't consult me before you made your announcement. You didn't consult with anyone.
I'm sorry, Eleanor. I didn't realize my decision to run had to be cleared by you.
It's not just that. My office provided a variety of perfectly viable policy advisements for the State of the Union. You didn't listen to a one of them.
So what, now you're running out of pensions?
No, sir. I am running because it is becoming clear that you and I have different visions for the future of this country. You would be better served by a vice president who can toe the line.
You know what? I'm not going to argue with you, fine. Stay for the vote, and then you're free to go off and share your vision with the rest of America.
Yeah.
But you're not going to do that, are you? You won't let me have this win, even though you know it's the right thing for the country. So you think I'm illegitimate, too?
I am sorry, Mr. President.
So am I. I'll accept your resignation. That's all.
Yeah. Doubt? I was gonna say, Tulun, walk up, like your list my on channel. Just call me with that guy out.
Sit down.
Because they probably already paid it off, no?
What the fuck is this about, Hannah? Where did you get this? From your friend, Valeria, after she tried to kill me. And you think that has something to do with this? Unless provided with a better explanation, yes. The president directed me to back-channel information to the Russians, but beyond that, I cannot divulge any details. Whatever happened between you and Valeria, I wasn't a part of it. What are you gonna do, torture me? I have to attend a disciplinary hearing. You think you'd be interested in this? You really think the FBI doesn't already know? If I find out you're lying to me, it would be redundant to say I know them enough, right? You got you something? We gotta have a reason. Girl can't just get you something. It's made by orphan girls in Kenya. We underwrite the program. Consider it a belated Dia de los Reyes gift.
What's that?
You're a terrible Latino.
No, I love it. I just thought maybe it was a reward for pressing Mars on Puerto Rico.
Pressing him to what?
Leadership's attaching a ladder to the infrastructure bill. The Puerto Rico relief package. Who's a terrible Latino now?
For who?
What do you mean?
The relief. Is it for mainland corporations or for Puerto Ricans
I'm
themselves?
just trying to help.
I'm sure you are. It doesn't hurt to prop up industry, but
Self from the parking out of the hills.
people of Puerto Rico need this help a whole lot more. I gotta go.
DS, XL.
Morning, and checked it out last night. I was.
Okay.
I'd like you to call me Mr. President.
And is it the top screen or the bottom screen?
So funny.
I'm sorry I've been so busy. I would like you and I to have dinner too.
I can't.
Okay.
I have
Let me
plans.
see if I can.
Plans?
No,
Yeah.
I'm
I'm not the only one who's busy.
I've got an event in Iowa.
Capital of Iowa.
Yeah, we do. We do work on Nintendos. I don't know if it says the
That's
2DS
capital South Dakota.
specifically.
You tell
We
me.
work on like Switches,
Is
Wii's,
mine.
and stuff like that.
It's North Dakota.
I know. I just want to make sure. You
Yeah.
Hey,
Sorry about that. I'll have my boss.
I'm gonna have to move on. What's happening with my
I know I don't work on the 2DS.
And I realized I never talked to you about me running again. How do you feel about it?
I mean, it's kind of shitty, but I'll be okay.
Penelope Kirkman, your mother would have washed your mouth. That was so.
Dad, I saw the way you yelled at those people.
No, I
You get all
don't.
weird
None
about
of
this
none of
one
none of the
person.
CPR stores.
Also,
it's-
no one washes anyone's mouth out with soap anymore.
And they're gonna work on it.
It's totally not.
Some owners.
Okay, who are you and what have you done with my daughter?
I gotta go. I'm gonna be late
Outside
for
of
school.
that, I don't know anybody that does. No.
Good chat.
And the reason why is because the way the 2DS are designed, they're not like the 3DS.
People get all things
Once
done.
you take apart and you
go back to
unflip
high school,
everything,
Colin, we packed the
they don't
suitcase
just
with the
they just don't
project.
function properly after that.
As it is.
That's why we're
Emily.
still working on that.
I didn't know you were coming in today.
Either did I. Didn't see your name on the schedule.
Oh, it was a last minute addition.
Yeah, I know. I know which one it is. It's like the 3DS,
Morris Harper.
but
It's a pleasure.
by the design, the way the actual screen comes apart
Oh.
on the
He's
2DSs,
got the director of
2DS
domestic
XLs,
policy council.
once you take it apart, they don't work right after. That's why we're stopped.
Hopefully we can catch up later.
We will.
Yeah.
You two seem to get along well.
Where'd you get it
Terry
replaced?
knows me.
I love what you've done with the place.
I guess I could put up some dream catchers or Ani DeFranco and
Have you
fish
tried?
posters from
The only other place I can think of
I
that
don't know,
might is Game
family
Dude.
photo, like a normal human with a human connection.
Speaking of
Yeah,
family, I
if
did
you
know this.
search Game Dude, it's in North
things.
Hollywood.
Really? Why?
I don't know, health reasons. See if I have to worry about hereditary thrombophilia, things like that. Also, so I could learn about my birth parents. How's your mom?
She's hanging in. Brain cancer's a bitch.
Are you thinking of staying in Tampa for a while?
I don't know if I'm built for DC.
We should come back. Emily, you know him better than anybody else. You guys have been together since before he was president. And it's not like you'd need to take your old job back.
God forbid.
Okay, putting aside the fact that I almost shit my pants every time he walks by, Harper's really good at what he does, and he knows everybody. Obviously, that's why Kirkman brought him in, but something's missing. Someone's missing.
I was chief of staff. What do you do after that?
They're creating new jobs around here all the time. You could be whatever you want. You know that.
Seth, you were supposed to start 15 minutes ago.
Just keep it in mind. We could really use your rep here.
Lorraine Zimmer's here.
Bring me up to speed on what she's been doing since she got Moss elected president.
She started her own PR and crisis management firm, mainly corporate clients. They just helped a new app go public, something called Enjoy My Wheels. They're disrupting the car rental biz the way Uber killed the taxi. Apparently folks can just rent out their own cars. Stock's going through the roof.
Well, don't forget I'm paying for your divorce lawyer, Alan. I don't care if we have to sell the boat. We're probably going to sink it anyway. But hey, must be nice to know that if you needed to, you could use your new girlfriend's fake tits as a flotation device. I'm in the White House. Don't have to tell you to go fuck yourself. Lorraine Ann Zimmer.
What?
It's an honor.
Come on.
What the fuck is that?
History of American presidential elections certainly has its conventional wisdoms.
An independent candidate.
Good day.
Not
Breakfast?
since
Do I
George
breakfast with
Washington. And there's never been a third-party incumbent, so I feel the
Anything
same
else?
way about
I'll-
conventional
here,
wisdom
you
as
want
I
it?
do
I'll
about
get you it.
conventionality.
Sick.
I mean, there's no certainties, there's only outcomes. But that being said, I do like to have as much information as possible at my disposal. So I had my girl do some quick polling, and I have never seen anything like it. You, Moss, because, yeah, it's going to be Moss, and a generic Democratic candidate. At this point, it is a virtual three-way dead heat. I mean, even Ross Perot only pulled 19% in 92. This is going to be a fascinating election. I honestly cannot wait.
Wow. I've heard great things about you, Ray. but you're even more impressive in person. We will be thrilled to welcome you aboard.
Oh, Mr. President, that's so very sweet of you, but I didn't say I was coming aboard.
I'm sorry, I thought by you coming here to the White House, that meant you were interested.
Yes, I wanted to meet you.
Moss? I've heard rumors that Moss is not happy with his current team.
Man's very rarely happy.
Are you joining his campaign?
He has asked, and I am considering it.
Do you mind if I ask why you're not interested in joining my campaign?
You've never run for office. You've never done retail politics. You've never campaigned. Mr. President, people like you, and they like that you're independent. They sure liked your wife, and they were sorry for you when she died. But aside from that, I don't know who you are. And I can't sell a product if I don't know the brand.
I understand. Thank you for your time.
I wish you the very best of luck.
I'm going to be having guests in the residence tonight. I'll get you the name shortly. Thank you.
Names of the survivors?
In the binder under the Bridges tab.
In the future, I'd appreciate a heads up when former staff come to the building, especially when former staff happen to previously hold the job that I currently possess.
Yes, of course. Won't happen again.
Smelling blood, so cut their fucking noses off.
Cut their fucking noses off. As you know, pending the Senate vote, the president's been working the phones. We've got members of the senior staff up on the Hill. This is a high priority, not just for the president, but for the whole country. With that, I'm happy to take a few questions. We'll start with Claire.
Does the president have a comment on Vice President Darby's decision to leave the ticket?
He wishes her well. Phil, then Brian.
Is it true the DNC requested the president drop out of the race?
You'd have to ask Meg Chambers that question.
How does the president feel about the overwhelmingly negative coverage of the State of the Union?
The president's not focused on coverage. He's focused on... Look, I know it's not the White House's place to suggest lines of inquiry to our partners in the press, but come on, guys, don't you ever get tired of these tabloid obsessions? Why not clear your palate? Ask about the school lunch initiative or what we're doing on Veterans Affairs. Why don't you ask about the bridge collapse, which highlights exactly why we need this infrastructure bill? You could ask about Annabelle Martin, 13 years old, from Asheville. She lost both parents and a brother in the tragedy in North Carolina. Ask about things that are important.
So is the president going to drop out?
Obviously, the infrastructure bill is our main priority, but we can't lose. Emily, I'm so glad you could make it. The band's getting back together.
Which monster invented this?
Ingenious monster of Cincinnati.
Seriously, who puts chili over spaghetti?
Yeah, don't judge. I was in India. Street vendors were hawking steam coordinates on top of fries.
Oh, come on. I am not responsible for the cuisine of my people, okay? I've never even been there. But if you are going to eat hornets, I hear steam is the deal.
Aaron, thank you for making us aware of the Puerto Rico issue. It could easily have been overlooked.
Actually, sir, we may be overlooking something. The industry on the island needs help, sure, but we could be doing more in the way of humanitarian aid for the local population. A little goes a long way.
I'll talk to the sponsors. Add some language.
Thanks.
Since when do you care about Puerto Rico?
I care about all unincorporated territories.
Right. Isn't your new girlfriend Puerto Rican?
Oh, you keeping tabs on me now?
Okay, enough, you two. As much as I enjoy this conviviality, I had an ulterior motive to bring you all here. Now, I know that I surprised all of you with my announcement to us. And I'm sorry that I didn't share that decision with you. But each one of you has been with me from the beginning of this ride, and even longer. This is Alex Dunn.